Hi friends, welcome back to my channel. My name is Ashley if you're new here, and in this video I'm just going to take you along for our day, and I'm mostly going to show you what we're doing for school for today and just whatever else I've got going on. We're going to start the day by working with my preschooler because he was begging to go first. So I'm going to let him go first. Basically all we've done so far is had breakfast and gotten dressed, brushed our teeth, that sort of thing. So it's the Tuesday before Thanksgiving, so I am hoping to I don't know if I'm going to make this a two-part vlog and share it tomorrow as well. I might, because I have some like Thanksgiving prep that I thought would be fun to share, but we'll see how it goes. We'll see what I get filmed today. But like I said, we're going to start school. It's 9:45 right now, and it's always later than I expect. Like, I don't understand why it takes so long to like just make breakfast, eat breakfast, get all the kids dressed and myself dressed. Like, I think we ate at like 8:45. It took us an hour. I guess that's not that bad, but it feels like we could never start school before like 10 o'clock, but it is what it is, I guess. So we are going to see how long it takes us to get everything we need to get done. Okay, so I have Riley here. I don't know if you could tell behind us, but it's very rainy and dreary outside today. So normally what Riley's been doing is the Gather Round Letters and Numbers preschool program. We're in between the first and the second unit. I started printing out the second unit, but I haven't finished, and so I'm just like taking a week off from that. We started this last year, and we happened to stop right around the same point where he is learning like the same letters that he's learning about in his Gather Round. So for this week, I'm having him just work on this because we're probably gonna pick this back up after he finishes Gather Round anyway. So we're gonna work on this. We're gonna play probably some games out of the folder activities, and I will keep you, and then maybe a couple other things I will let you know though as we do it. So we are on lesson 38. We are reviewing, it has them watch videos, so I'll probably have him, they're just like says the letter sounds. Then it looks like we're gonna cut these out and play a little matching game. And that looks like that's it for this book. So that's probably what we'll work on right now.
Picture.
Okay, so for here, can you point to these numbers and tell me what numbers they are?
1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 7.
Very good. Okay, so look at this owl. Imagine what his feathers feel like. What does feathers start with?
Oh.
Right. Do you know what letter says?
That.
Which one's that? Do you remember what it's called? F. Very good. A B.
C.
C. Very good. So claw starts with C. But it could have been a K, right? Because look, it's the same letter, or the letter sound with the same... It is a letter with the same sound as the letter K. So Riley cut out all of these little squares, and he is matching the letters, the uppercase and lowercase, and then the animal that starts with it. Very good, Ry. Iguana, right, starts with I. Very good. And llama starts with L. Great job, Bubba. Okay, so Riley wants to play a game out of here. That's what we're gonna do, and then I'm gonna switch and probably do math with Shani. Oh, Bunny doesn't have ears. Alright. Do you want to do otter ponds? We haven't done that in a while.
Yeah. I think cut.
What? It's cut because you have to put the otters in their ponds. Okay, so we're gonna play otter ponds, where he has these little otters, and he has to say what letter it's on, I think what sounds, and then if it's uppercase or lowercase. So Riley just finished his school, which we always take so much longer with him because he just wants to keep going. And then of course there's the interruptions, which I'm sure you probably saw some. I'm really working on trying to have a better attitude and be more like patient with them, because I'm happy to homeschool, but I've noticed that it can be frustrating sometimes because I also want to get it done like in a reasonable amount of time, and so the interruptions I tend to not handle so well. I also realized yesterday, or when I was editing my video yesterday, when I was watching the last day in the life video, that when I'm getting hungry, I feel like that's when I especially don't have like the patience. So I'm trying to be better about feeding myself, which is so challenging because like I just said, I want to like be able to get things done in a reasonable amount of time, and then I have to stop and wait and try to figure out what should I eat. And
Mom,
yes, honey.
Mom, I have to show you something.
Okay, I'll be right there. Is everything okay?
Yes, but it's super not good.
So literally, as I was saying about interruptions, Riley comes over and Melly got into one of our science experiment kits. Luckily, she just got into the blue food coloring, but now I have to clean her up and also change her diaper. So yeah, I will talk more about it when I have the time, but this is what just happened. Okay, so as I was saying, if you feel like you also feel like you're interrupted 100 times and can't get as many things as you want to get done in a day, I can relate, and you are not alone. And so I am trying, like I said, to work on that. I am trying to feed myself more so that I'm not hangry, and that should help. So I'm also trying to eat more protein because I have heard that is good for you, obviously. So I'm going to attempt to make protein shakes, I think, for both the kids and I. I don't really like protein shakes usually, but we will see how it goes. I have the protein from Thrive Market that my husband likes. So he puts peanut butter in it and he says it's good with that. So I'm going to try that and see how it goes. And then the kids, I think I have like an Orgain one that I'll show it to you. I'm going to try to make them, which they like that as well. So we are pausing for a snack, and now it's 10:35. So I feel like we're not going to get back to school for another like 10-ish minutes at least. So we'll see again how much we get done today. Okay, so this is what I used. This is the one that I used for the kids, which I honestly don't really love this. I like that it has clean ingredients, but it says to use 2 scoops and it only has 8 grams of protein. And that would be like, you would go through a ton of this and it's not cheap. So I only use 1 scoop. So it's really only 4 grams of protein, which is not great, but it has, you know, a lot of vitamins and minerals and stuff. So, you know, it's got fiber. It is what it is. I don't know if I'm going to keep buying it or not, but the kids like it. I put a scoop of this in it and I used whole milk. And then for mine, I tried this. It's got 20 grams of protein, but it's for like a whole scoop. I only did half of a scoop because I also used whole milk for mine, which has protein and fat. And then also I put a scoop of this with mine too, which 2 tablespoons. I probably put a little less than that. It has 7 grams of protein. So I figured I don't need like a crazy amount of protein. So I'm actually super surprised. I actually really like it, especially with the peanut butter. I usually hate whey protein. It usually has like such a weird aftertaste, but if you also hate it, maybe if you drink dairy, I know a lot of people don't, try it with some chocolate and peanut butter. It's actually super good. We have Shane here. We are doing Math with Confidence, grade 1. We'll see if we get to anything after that. I'm not really sure. So for our warm-up exercise, Shane, you're going to count these. Tell me how much money it is.
10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60.
Good. Okay. And so I want you to tap your left elbow. That's not your left. You have to pay attention, okay? Because every time you usually do the wrong one without thinking, okay? Tap your right elbow. No, that's not. Hurt yourself. Tap is like this. All right. Can you tell me the months of the year?
Saturday, like that?
Those are the days of the week.
Oh, wait.
The months of the year.
So wait, what was the first?
You know the first.
January, February, March, April, June, July, August.
You forgot. January, February, March, April, May.
May, June, July, August, September, October, November, December.
Good. All right. All right, we're going to do some more subtraction facts today. Okay? Okay, so the part total map shows how to think about the subtraction properly, right? because we're missing an addend, right? So look, 7 plus what equals 8, right? That's how you would write that with this in addition, right?
You would have 6 left.
What?
You would have 6 left.
7. Oh wait, I did it wrong.
Oh, Mama.
So this shows, look, 7 plus something equals 8, right? So what does 7 plus what equals 8? Yeah. Very good.
1!
Okay. So what we did was we started with the 8 and the 7, and he had to put them on the part total map where they belong. I wrote the first equation first, and then that's how he did it. And then we realized that it also could be an addition problem. So we wrote that in the way that it was showing the missing number. And then he figured out that the number would be 1. So he put this here, and then we can fill it in our equation. There's probably another like 8 or 9 or so of these. We're going to just continue to work on those. So he's learning different ways to figure out equations. Okay, so we finished up the subtraction problems, and then we moved on to the a game that came out of the workbook. So I put it in a dry erase, and what you have to do is you get all the 5s, 6s, 7s, 8s, and 9s and 10s actually out of a deck of cards, and then you shuffle them, and then you take 2 cards, and then you subtract the greater number from the smaller.
This one,
and then
you
mark.
This one is called 10 minus 5 is 5.
Very good. Okay. And so then you mark it on here, and so whoever gets to the top wins. So this is a really great way of like practicing math facts, but my son really loves to practice this way because they're playing games.
I won.
Okay, so this is the back of the worksheet that I ripped out. So I'm going to take it out of here and have him do this, and then he's done with math. I'm thinking maybe we'll do the Good and the Beautiful, language arts quickly because the other 2 are playing nicely, and it's only 11:23, so I think we might have time for that. Okay, so we are going to do a little bit of language arts. We are on lesson 12, of All About Reading, which is a story. So I'm going to have Shani read that tonight after dinner, I think. And to warm up for it, though, they have practice sheets. So I'm going to have him read a little bit of this today while we're sitting here together. I don't usually have him do the whole thing, like every single page, because I feel like it would just take too long. So I jump around and I have him read usually the sentences and then some words. And then I think we're going to try to do a lesson in the Good and the Beautiful language arts. We'll see how much we get to. Actually, it's lesson 13, not 12. So this is actually what the sheet looks like. It's a warm-up sheet for the broken robot, which is, I'm going to have him read later today.
It's so hilarious.
I've noticed that if we try to do one of the stories out of All About Reading, it takes probably a full 20 minutes. And so I just prefer to do that later and then use our time differently now. So I'm going to have him read a little bit of this, do a lesson in language arts, the Good and the Beautiful. All right, is this where we left off? This isn't where we left off.
So look. Remember we did this rainbow stuff yesterday.
Oh, it's this page though.
What do you mean?
We're going to learn about syllables, which you already know, so it should be easy. All right, but first we're going to practice here.
I know.
Okay, so it is, Shani was getting a little overwhelmed. We did the warm-up sheet for the broken robot, and then I tried to get him to do a little bit of the Good and the Beautiful, but he was kind of tapped out. So I told him we'll do some more later, and now I knew Melly needed some time, so we are reading books. Okay, Noisy Farm. This is a cow. She lives in a barn with her spotted calf. The cow likes to eat grass. Can you moo like a cow? Hey guys, it's a little bit later now. We've eaten lunch and finished cleaning up. We had like a huge, I guess, meltdown. Everyone was hungry, everyone was fighting. It was a good time. I'm just kidding. It was obviously stressful. And so we were trying to get through that, trying to get them to just get to lunchtime so that they could feel better, so that they can hopefully stop fighting. So we did that and we finished cleaning. I tried to film a little bit of that. And the kitchen is kind of a mess again because we ate lunch now. So I cleaned up the breakfast dishes and now there's lunch dishes, but I will probably leave those until a little later because I am wanting to sit down for a bit. So I'm going to go make myself some coffee. And I honestly am not sure what I'm going to do. I might listen to some more sermons from some churches because we are kind of in the process of really trying to commit to a church, and we have since switched from 3 different churches in the past like 2 to 4 years, something like that. And we have learned a lot about what we are looking for in a church and that sort of thing, and we are struggling a bit though to figure out which one we want to really commit to and try to really develop a lot of community. How do you guys decide which church to go to? Like how have you really made the pick of like which one is best for your family? I would love any guidance that you might have in this area. So yeah, I might do that during quiet time, or I might watch some YouTube videos or do that bookkeeping course. That's usually what I do during quiet time. I might put in a few little clips in here to show you what Shane gets to later on. We are going to try to read The Broken Robot later, and like I said earlier, which is from All About Reading, and then I'm hoping to do a little bit more language arts and math with The Good and the Beautiful, but those are kind of like supplements, so if we don't get to them, it's not the end of the world, but he's almost done with his language arts, and then the math is pretty easy. So yeah, that's probably what the rest of our day will look like. I'm thinking I probably won't film tomorrow. I think I've got enough footage and stuff, but maybe I'll just do like a whole other vlog. We'll see, who knows. It depends on how I'm feeling tomorrow, how much energy I have, I guess. But if you made it this far into the video, thank you so much for watching and for being here. I'm really appreciating this community. It feels really like motivating to me because I tend to like get really ambitious about something and then I like have a hard time really sticking with it sometimes, but I feel like the community here on YouTube is what has really kept me not wanting to give up YouTube, even though it wasn't maybe originally what I was hoping it would be, I guess, in the beginning. But the community is really awesome. So I just want to thank you guys for being here. Don't forget to subscribe if you're new, and I will see you in the next one.